Oh, welcome back to Rainswept. I'm so excited to see the end of this. It's not saying it's the end yet, but it's getting closer. Um, Fun fact, did you know that worms are both male and female? They can mate with any other worm that they want. Let's go on. I think I was left off here. Hey, Michael. So you're really leaving, huh? What choice do I have? It's over. Bye. So what will you do when you come back? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Oh, I really thought we were gonna figure it all out, even if it's murder-suicide. I wish we had some proof or some answers. I feel like I've come to know them over the past few days, and I know it was going sour towards the end, but whoa, fuck! What happened? What was that? It was a bunch of code to kill themselves. Did we skip something? I wonder what really pushed them to it. Do they think they did? Do you think they did it? They? Um, I'm not really certain, so I'm not going to say no. I'm not sure. I feel like I should know, but I don't know. It's possible. You think you know, but you don't. Really? You know, my dad, he... Hmm? Never really told you about him, did I? You never really told me about a lot of things. When I was 10, he killed himself. Whoa. Heavy stuff. Gunshot to the head. I'm sorry, Amy. Was there when it happened, and I ran down to see where the loud bang came from. There he was, sat in his favorite chair with a gun in his hand. Mother tried explaining the best she could. He was sad, she said. What else can you say to a girl who's 10 years old? I would, oh man, having to explain something like that to a 10-year-old, that's awful. You shouldn't have to go through that. He sh- I've heard people say that committing suicide is selfish, and I think that's kind of true, especially when you have a family to take care of. Um, I never really thought about it like that, but yeah, you got a 10-year-old daughter. How are you gonna explain that to her? That your father's just gone now and he can't take care of you anymore. Anyways, on with the story. I could barely make sense of it all at the time. Was he unhappy? Wasn't our family enough? Did I not make him happy? Could I have done anything to change it? But of course, I was 10. What could I have done? I tried figuring out what led to his depression. For months, I went over his last days with us. I don't remember much, but I recall he'd changed in some ways during the last couple of days. I couldn't understand it then, but it just felt off. He didn't feel like the dad I knew, even though he acted it. Detective, the thing is, I don't know if you've always been this way. I don't think you have. I think you used to be different. So she sees some of the signs in him that she saw in her father, I guess. Interesting. The way you are or have become, you remind me so much of him. Oh, okay. I didn't need to explain that. You remind me of the way he'd changed during his last days. It feels the same. I was only 10 then and I was helpless, but I'm older now. I understand people. And I'm a police officer, for God's sake. I can't let it happen again. I won't let it. Amy, what's wrong, Michael? Please. I need to know what's making you suffer this way. What happened to Abigail, Michael? Hell yeah, I'm gonna tell her. That would be end of the conversation. Well, it may not be the end, but this is too. I have to know. I really don't want to talk about it, Amy. Michael, I understand if you want to keep it to yourself, but I don't know what to say. I don't want to let you go back like this. Tell me something, anything. If it were me, I probably wouldn't tell her. But I hold things back where they can fester as a mental illness. Don't be like me. Tell her, alright, I'll tell you. Alright, I'll tell you. Abigail was my wife. God, it's hard to talk about this. To finally talk to someone. We met when we were at university. I'd sit in the library every day after class, studying up on different subjects buried in my books. She sat at the same table as me once, but didn't say anything. I didn't either. Of all the tables in all the world, she had to sit down at mine. Sorry, I've been watching Casablanca lately, or yesterday. I didn't really know her well. We saw each other in the hallways, shared a class or two. Despite that, she stood out to me. She looked different from the rest. Like a sensible, balanced, mature person, you know? That could be rare. Except can be rare sometimes. That went on for a couple weeks. She never said anything, nor did I. We just shared a table. But I'd become comfortable in her presence. That was rare, too. One day, I uncharacteristically caught myself looking at her. So did she. Hi. Hello. You're a slow reader. And you're an ass. That's the first thing she said to him. I guess it's not that bad. I'm just being overdramatic. What? You've been reading that book for weeks now. It's a dense subject, and well, yeah, actually, I'm a slow reader. So am I. Why don't you take the book home with you? I like to go over sentences again and again, and then sometimes I'll even go back and look up quotes online, see some of my favorite quotes, and I'll write them down and place them in different places across my house. I used to put them I used to put them above my toilet, um, so that I'd have something to do while I was using the bathroom. I'd be able to read them and be inspired. Why don't you take the book home with you? I like the atmosphere here. Very smooth. I know what you mean. Me too. Do you want to take a break? Go somewhere? She was confident, understanding, and really, really patient. I love that. We quickly became inseparable, often spending hours together doing our own thing without saying a word to each other. Didn't need to talk, plan, or do much to have fun together. Being around each other was enough. Her company was meditative. Being with me gave her the same feeling of peace and calm that she gave me. Obviously, a couple of years after graduation, we were married. Obviously, because that happened so often. We're all married after college, right? Where's her face? Her loving embrace. I don't know why that came to me. It just rhymed. Nothing spectacular or out of the ordinary happened leading up to our marriage. That's just the way we were, but that was bliss for us. We were a bedrock foundation for each other. She meant everything to me. Everything. Which is why I can't come to terms with what I've done. This year on 7th of April, we were about to go for dinner. We'd been married for 2 years at this time. God. Yeah, I would blame God. Hey, Michael, are you ready to go? I'm not really sure what happened yet, though. Yet. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I forgot something. I'll be right back. I know she's died. Phone rang and I should never answer it. I know she died and I blame myself, but I don't know the specifics of everything yet. Um, I wonder if it has anything to do with the car crash. Because we saw her as we were driving one time and looked like we ran into her. So I wonder, very curious, the circumstances. Hello, boss. Sorry to call you at home. Okay. What's up? We just received a call from the informant. Apparently, he has info that he wants to share about Alex. Where is he? He's near the intersection at the 22nd and 9th Avenue. You're not going to see him right now, are you, boss? I'm headed that way. A couple of questions. Don't go, Michael. A couple of questions won't take any time. How about tomorrow? Could be by tomorrow morning. He could change his mind. Alex could find out and try to silence him. Just an informant. We have our first lead in months. Let's not mess it up. All right, I'll join you ASAP. Wait for me. Hurry up, you sap. Alex was suspect in a major case, and I'd been trying to pin down for months. I was convinced he was the key to unlocking that case, but my boss felt I was getting obsessed with and tunnel visioned. He wanted me to give up on it and pursue other leads. Alex kept slipping away like a rat. After months of silence, here was a chance to make a breakthrough at last. You ready to go? Just be a minute, all right? Why now? Why are you going? Something urgent's come up. I'll be back in a minute. Something's gonna happen. Oh, there I am. Oh, look, all the people are silhouettes in the cars. Some of them are silhouettes, except for mine. This is a memory, all right. He'd been told to wait outside the. Yes? Okay. I guess I gotta read fast. I'm not good at reading fast. I'm a slow reader like him. I'm also a slow mover. I remember the color of the sky that evening, a pale beach, slowly turning. Okay. Slowly turning darker as the sunset. Okay, so it's triggered by me walking into a certain area, it looks like. The rush street in the streets, traffic, the sound, the lights, the whole place was alive and bright. Part of me wanted to disrupt this, but I couldn't have seen the informant. It was big, it cracked. Okay, let's see if we can get that again. Traffic, the sound, the lights, whole place alive. Try to drop this whole thing and come back to Abigail. It's too big, it cracked the whole case open. I was obsessed. It drove me to kill my wife. Basic coffee? What does that say? Where am I going? Oasis coffee, maybe. Smell of coffee, laughter, voices of people drifting from the cafe. Oh, I actually have been standing there watching those people in there, happy, cozy, and warm. I realized I wanted that, not this. Speeding car broke me out of my daydream. Is he gonna run into her? Seconds later, I heard gunshots. Or shooter. Oh shit. I ran back to my car as fast as I could. It couldn't be, of course, not. Why did I bring her along? No, I was just freaking out. Everything would be fine. Why did he bring her along? Come on, getting back. Seemed to take a million years and a million. I remember looking up at the sky. It looked the same. Yeah, he can. I think he can remember some details, like the sky. He was talking about the sky, but he can't remember all the people's faces. Oh shit! Bullet holes. Seeing Abigail dead, my world fell apart. There was no reason for me to carry on. Alex had been in the area. He knew of me. He knew I was after him. He knew the car I drove. I had been careless, irresponsible, and she paid the price. I don't know if he thought I was in the car or just wanted to spite me. He just drove past my car and opened fire. Shit. But one thought stopped me from doing anything to myself. Find him, make him pay. That was the only thing that kept me alive at that moment. I was back at work the next day. I didn't dare allow myself the time to think about it. The informant had run away, I would have to start looking for Alex again, but that gave me purpose. I didn't get a chance to do that though. They found Alex the next day, dead. He was killed in a shooting that broke out when the deal went bad. A meaningless death in a back alley, fit for scum like him. But why now? Why not a day before? Why did he leave to take Abigail away just one day before that? I can see why he blames himself for this now. Um, he should. Yeah, I don't blame him necessarily, but he shouldn't have brought his wife with him. That seems rather careless. Just one day, I took her there. I made it happen. I took her to the wrong place at the wrong time. I lost that purpose too, but I carried on for some reason aimlessly. Kept coming to work every day. Chief asked me to take a few days off, but work was the only thing keeping me sane or sedated. I stopped going home and started staying in a motel. I didn't want to see that house again without her. I put myself completely into my work during the day, and at night I'd be so tired that I'd go to sleep right after work. Well, at least he was sleeping. I eventually stabilized. I got into a rhythm of living without thinking of her or of anything. I managed to shut all thoughts and memories out of her. It was the only way I could live. Slowly developed into a new life, an almost normal life. Work was all that mattered. Not thinking about her came second nature. And I hadn't thought about her at all for months until I was sent here. There are so many moments, small, beautiful, that I buried inside and tried to forget. Do Please do talk to somebody if you have problems that are bothering you. Don't let them, like I said, don't let them fester inside of you to become a mental illness. Um, Talk about them. Take care of yourself. Talk if you can't talk to a professional, talk to someone you love. Talk to anybody. Talk to some random person on the street. There are so many moments, small, beautiful, that I buried inside and tried to forget. Talk to a homeless person. They'd be happy to talk to you, right? Because it hurts so much to think about how good it was. They can be. I mean, this is beside what I was saying, but homeless people can be very interesting. I read a story one time that a guy sat down and bought the homeless guy a meal and just talked to him for a while. It was so cool that he sh- he got to the homeless person got to share his life with somebody and his problems. Anyways, I'll get back to it. It's scary to move on every day that goes by. Moves me further away from the last time that I saw her. She keeps becoming a part of the past with every passing second. With time, I've forgotten so much that happened. I can only remember a few big moments. The other smaller moments have dissolved around them. They're like small islands, archipelagos, A few memories still sticking out of the sea, in the sea. But every day the numbers grow lesser and the islands become smaller, disappear one by one. I'm scared of that. Soon it'll be a year since it happened, then 2, then 10. I'll move on and she'll become unimportant in my life. How is that right? It would be very comfortable, convenient to move on, to feel better, but do I deserve that? How can I be happy again after my actions killed her? She wasn't just my wife, it isn't just my loss. She was her own person with her own life, her dreams, ambitions, and I took all that away from her. Michael, she knows that you loved her. It wasn't intentional. And she won't become unimportant to you. That will never happen. Believe me, that voice telling you that it was your fault, that you could have done something, you need to stop listening to it. She wouldn't want you to blame yourself, would she? Even then, I miss her so damn much. I feel like I can't risk being happy anymore. I don't want to see what follows when you lose something good. Bad times don't invalidate the good, Michael. They're both real. I know what you mean, but I just can't bring myself to live without burden. You're right, you know, I wasn't always this way. I used to be different. I was never this impulsive, never made decisions without thinking things through and considering every possibility. The way I am these days, that isn't me. It's only since I've come here. I feel like I have no self-control. I feel I need to find someone responsible, to make someone pay anyone, to punish someone just because I never had a chance to, because he never got a chance to. Of course. You look bad. You look seriously bad. What? I've solved the case. Because you never got a chance to confront them, Amy. Ooh. The rain. The rain. Did it rain that night, Amy? Did it? I don't remember. Try to remember. I think so. I think it did. Of course, there were no fingerprints on the gun. It was too cold. He was wearing gloves. What? Oh no, I've made a mistake. I shouldn't have. Wait, what's going on? What did you do? Hope we're not too late. We need to go now. Bam! We solved the case. We are so smart. What's going on, detective? I don't get it. No time to explain. Let's go. Looks like we're close, people. We're at the end game here. We're gonna solve this next time, maybe? I don't know. It's very close, I know that much. I hope you all are enjoying, and I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this sad story. And anyways, I'm choking up a little bit here. Anyways, like I said, take care of yourself, everybody, and here's looking at you, kid. Goodbye.